Hello and welcome to New ARCA. We are here finally in the brand new ARCA car. Less brand new than it is to me to most everyone else, but I am finally getting into this car for the first time. Just bought it. I've heard that the netcode issues they're having with this car aren't quite as bad this week on a shorter track, so figured I'd give it a try. Here's the new grape. I decided with like a little bit of yellow in the highlights. I mean, obviously this is just the paint, the paint service or whatever that iRacing does. I don't ever do anything too fancy with the painting, but you know, just put together a little bit of the grape as I do is the thing that I've pigeonholed myself into. Nah, we love the grape, but maybe not gonna be too great of a finish here for my debut because I'm still learning the car, and it is a short track, and I'm typically not that great at short tracks anyway. My fastest times are a little bit off the top guys, but I'm hoping that I can at least put together a consistent performance. Hopefully get a good qualifying here, get some track position, but the hot lap speed isn't quite there for me at this point. But we'll try to be smooth and hopefully run a smart race, and maybe that'll get us a decent finish. That's all I'm kind of really hoping for here.
One more lap.
It's kind of throwing me off, like how much you can get on the throttle compared to the old ARCA car. I'm used to having to be very gentle with it, and you can really floor it on exit, and I think that's where I'm losing a lot of my time. So that'll be something I'll have to get used to. But hey, our second lap there was a little bit better. 20.7 I think is the best I've ever run.
Alright,
Tried to get, I got about 15 minutes of practice beforehand here. My first laps in the car, and I was just continually improving, which is good. Still got a lot more improvement to go though. And I moved my brake bias forward a little bit, because I think I'm liking getting some extra entry speed, trying to make gains there, hopefully prevent guys from passing me, you know, getting to my inside and whatnot, but is what it is. I'm not too caught up in how I'm going to finish here in this one. More just going to try to have ourselves a clean race, which might not be easy to do in the ARCA series at a short track. Well, we'll give it our best shot. Looks like we've got a P5 starting spot. We actually, well, moved to P6, but we tied with the 20 car. So we're about the speed of a 2000 iRating guy at the moment. We've got someone with their doctorate in here. Interesting. This reminds me of the real-life ARCA series. There's like, what's his name? Patrick Staropoli. He's the, what is it, like a neurosurgeon or something? He's like some sort of doctor. Or no, it's a retina surgeon, that's what he is. And he races in the ARCA series. So that's kind of funny. We've got a doctor in this field as well. We might need one after I crash headfirst into the wall, huh? But, you know what? We're not too far off. I mean, 2/10 or about a tenth and a half. Not ideal. But considering I just jumped into this thing for the first time, I think I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna have winning speed, but let's try to get a top 10. I think that's a reasonable expectation. Have a clean race, and a secondary goal, maybe just get ourselves a top 10. Try not to get wrecked. So we'll make sure our settings are correct here. By default, it's 10-1. I moved it to 12-1 because that's generally what I run everywhere. But I was liking having a little bit of more responsiveness on the steering, so I moved it back to 10-1. So we'll see how I feel about that later. But I think long run, it's going to be the right rear tire that might be the one causing issues, getting loose out of the corner, so maybe I'll try to be a little more gentle with it as we're racing, although apparently I'm already too gentle with it to begin with, since I'm not used to how much you can get on the throttle, so maybe I'll just naturally save that right rear a little more than others.
906. Keep it clean. The DNF today would hurt our points a lot.
DNF today would hurt our points a lot. Bold statement. Not sure if I believe it. DNF hurting our points. But we'll see. We'll see if by DNF it hurts our points. Whatever that even means. Gotta love having a Talladega Nights scheme starting right in front of you. That's comforting. But nah, he's the third ranked driver, so I'm sure he'll be fine.
Still waiting on
Hopefully we get a nice field here. I'm actually kind of glad we got bumped from 6th to 7th, so we can start on the inside, but seems like that middle lane has a bit of speed in it.
Grid.
We'll see how that turns out. I am a little concerned about some of the safety ratings I'm seeing around me. I've got Race Lab up where I can see it, and I'm the only person that's a 49A. Closest we have to me is a 2.9A, and then everyone else is C license and D license around me. So that's potentially a little concerning.
Rolling start. We need to follow car number in the inside.
That on its own is a little concerning. Guy's getting impatient before we start rolling for our warm-up laps here, or the pace laps.
44.
That doesn't bode well for patience during the race for a couple of guys. Gear we can start in. Looks like a second gear start. And looks like you can get on it pretty good, so no worries there. But for better or worse, here we are gonna do our first race in the new ARCA car. Hopefully no issues with the wall at these slower speeds.
One to go. Next time by.
And we'll get going on this next lap here. 45 laps total to do. Can't help but wonder if we're going to be dodging a whole bunch of nonsense. You would think that maybe it wouldn't be as bad as in the past with the old ARCA car, because the old ARCA car was pretty difficult to drive on short tracks, getting very loose out of the corners and such, but Ricky Bobby's going to warm up his tires, and we're going to get going.
Car is off. Be ready. Green flag. Green flag.
Really quick through the gears. Ooh, he's slotting in. Gotta make sure I get on the brakes pretty good.
Still there. Clear outside if you want.
Should we give him a lane up there?
Outside. Keep low. Clear up top.
Clear up top, I like to hear it. We got some blocking up ahead from Rickert Bobbert.
T license 2.1.
Pass attempts being made. Everyone's heading the right direction still, though, at least for now. Including myself, which is good. Got behind side by side here right now, so I'm gonna let that sort itself out. I am not in much of a hurry to make it 3 wide or anything stupid, so we'll try to follow the 20 through if he can get it done. Right now, not looking like he's gonna do it though. One car holds him off. Ooh, a little loose on exit. Gotta be careful. That's what I'm supposed to not be doing. Got a guy on our bumper, the 12. Got that going. Five laps in. So far, so good. No wrecks in front of us to dodge. Yet.
Can you stop touching?
Got some side-by-side up ahead, though. Ricky Bobby coming off that bottom lane. Everyone pretty equal on speed here right now, it feels like, even when they get side by side.
Car outside, stay low. There is a car on the high side. Outside, clear. You're in fifth.
Alright, wasn't sure if he was still on my outside, so I had to really glue myself to that bottom line, but that will be one way to pass and get ourselves into the top 5. Some contact there. Couldn't really tell who was at fault, but they weren't giving each other much room. I think maybe the guy on the bottom slid up into him a little bit, but hard to say with certainty from my vantage point. We'll see that later when we look at the incidents. Really enjoying having some room behind us, though. We can enjoy having a little less pressure behind us right now and really focus on being gentle on the throttle out of the corner, now that we don't have to worry about guys getting runs on us and trying to put us on the dreaded outside line, or, you know, middle line here at a short track. Even if it does work well, I think you still do want to be on the bottom. I would be absolutely thrilled with the top 5. You know, I was just looking for a clean race and a top 10, so top 5 would be kind of like the gold star bonus.
P5. There's a car leaving the pits.
So far so good. I don't think we've even seen any wrecked cars, which is kind of awesome. I was really worried given the safety ratings of those around us, but guess you shouldn't judge a book by their cover, huh? I mean, we did see a little bit of contact. But nothing too crazy. I kind of wonder if I'm going to want to move the brakes back later, or if maybe I was wrong about what tire's going to wear out, and we're going to be hurting on our right front. If so, we'll move the brakes back. I think you're more free to move the brake bias in this ARCA car than the other one. I'll look at that here in a second.
21.22.
Oh, maybe not. Looks like you still can only move it a certain amount, maybe. But we will move that if we need to, when we have a free moment. I think we're gaining on the guys behind. We got 1.1 back to the 21 right now. I don't think we're gaining on the guys ahead, though. And I am being gentle on the throttle on exit, but I don't know if we're necessarily going to have better tires at the end or anything. Too inexperienced with this new ARCA car to really tell you how things are going to go. Just going to try to hit my consistent laps and see where it brings us. Got the leader out to a little bit of a
21.
gap there, it looked like. And second, third, and fourth a little bit closer, but they still have about a car length between them. Could get them fighting later and maybe coming back to us. But for now, that is not the case. I'm just still glad that it seems like we are gaining on the guy behind still. Or at least holding even for the most part. A little bit too much throttle on exit there, got myself a little loose. Try to limit how much I'm doing that. Oh no, the doctor. The doctor is having some issues. Someone must have brought their apple to the racetrack to keep the doctor away.
Conrad, behind is now 1.
Sorry. My commentary is so stupid. But he's actually in the racing line of those guys ahead, it looks like, which is a bit strange. I wonder if he's planning on getting out of the way. Oh wait, no, I think he's... No, he's kind of right in the way. He's definitely holding that bottom line. Don't think that's what those guys ahead want to see. Looks like he's blocking it too. Turns out you might not need to be smart to be a doctor. I'm sorry, that's mean. I don't mean that.
Low car down low.
But blocking as a lap car, in itself, maybe not a great move. Particularly in a series without cautions where you're not going to get a lucky dog or anything like that. So we'll have to... Whoa, he almost killed me. We're going to have to go to the middle lane as we pass lap car. Another thing they thankfully fixed in the series, initially they were giving fresh tires to cars that wrecked out, so we'd be getting the guys that wrecked coming through the field and trying to pass us. Which is, again, a little silly in a series where there are no yellow flags. But it leads to some bad situations. These guys ahead are fighting for position.
21.
As much as I clown on Ricky Bobby, he's been doing fine, I guess. Really just, I only do that because typically people that have Ricky Bobby schemes do a little more of that we just saw. A lot of running into people. So, it looks like he might be struggling all of a sudden. I'm overdriving the corners. About halfway through this thing. He looks like he is struggling with his handling. I'm still overdriving. I should probably stop doing that. Really want to try to roll the bottom here. He looks like he's getting real loose on exit. He might be slamming on the throttle rather than letting it rip up on the exit. So it could be that right rear I was talking about potentially being an issue. Maybe helping us out a little bit, comparatively. So we are reeling him in. He's done a little bit more sliding than we have as well, whether that's on that exit or bumping into guys. One car's stuck behind lap traffic though, which I'm sure is a bit frustrating, but we're going to be right there too. I'm a little afraid these guys are going to wreck trying to get past the lap car and trying to take advantage by passing each other.
That was crazy. Yeah.
Looks like it's really tough to pass. The 3's been getting to the ones outside or inside, but he's kind of just able to hold them off out there. Wonder if that means we would want to try the outside line or something to try to get it done. If we could somehow manage to get out there. Did get a really good run off middle lane there. Easy now.
Outside. Still there.
1.68.
Clear.
Get past the number 9. Minimal issue. I'm like 4 tires sliding into the corner. I really do think I'm overdriving it pretty bad. Maybe the right front giving up a little bit.
21.77.
Try to be a little smoother, I think. I think these two guys ahead of me are faster. It's just them getting caught up with each other. Oh, hey, a bumper. Caught up with each other is what allowed me to catch up, because I think they're off again.
21.68.
Interesting that we got the 1, 2, and 3 numbered cars, and 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We got some overachievers in 1st and 2nd. The 4 and the 13. 13 in particular, doing very well. So shout out to him if he's able to pull it off. It's 1 and 3 really battling each other hard still, though, as they get stuck behind the lap traffic. I don't know why this doctor will not let them through. I guess he's making them check up, huh? Oh, hey, that's really cool. That's about the dumbest 4X of all time, but is what it is. I don't even think I touched him. New car getting sideways. He is roasting that right rear. I'm feeling okay. Maybe a little tight on entry. Probably a result of my aggressively forward brake bias. But that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted to be more stable right now as I'm learning the car rather than getting too loose. So that's not too outside of what I was expecting. 3's looking like he's starting to use some bumper to try to get around the 1. I'm still not convinced they are not going to finish. Convinced that they're going to finish this race without wrecking each other. At what point does this 11 car just say, like, let the leaders by? Like, they've been trying to get him past this whole race, and he's just getting loose in front of them.
21.73.
It's a little silly. He's not even racing anyone near him. Ooh, that's a big hit of the wall.
Car outside. Stay low. Clear. Car outside. Outside.
Gotta hold it down there. I'm definitely feeling tight now. I was hoping that you'd maybe have a more damaged race car and I'd be able to get past it, but I still don't think I'm faster than he is, even if they are sliding around like crazy.
5. 5 to go. Look for opportunity.
Hayes, 6.6.
Trying this middle line. I don't know if it's working though. Maybe a little bit. What about the high line at USA?
21.66.
Oh my god, did that work? I was kind of joking. I mean, it was a little slower, but I also didn't really get it just right. That's pretty equal. Funny though. Funny that it almost works. Start to slide a little bit.
Two left to go. 2 to go. Car outside. Clear up top.
2 to go.
Outside.
21.88.
Keep low. Clear up top.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make a pass. Even with him getting loose like he is.
White flag. 1 more lap to go.
White flag, 1 more to go. 21.94.
Block it. That's fine. Alright. Good race. Good win.
P5. Okay, that's the end.
Alright, we survived and get a top 5.
It's over.
Alright, we got a 4X, which
Nice run.
a little unfortunate because I don't even think, whoa. Whoa. That guy's not done racing yet. Little unfortunate because I don't even think I touched those guys.
Your car looks fine.
Yeah, I had no damage.
report.
We'll go take a look and see how that appeared. But yeah, we moved forward a little bit, kept it steady. What were the tires? 83, 85. So I was on that right front a little bit. I think with a little more confidence, I could move the brakes back a little bit and maybe even that out just a touch. And I would probably be feeling even a little bit better at the end there, but I just don't think I'm enough of an aggressive racer to make some of these moves that I need to make to pass on short tracks. But is what it is. Now here's the loud part, apparently. I was going to say here's the fun part, seeing all the wrecks, but it's the loud part. Is that better? Still a little loud. I don't know why they pump it up. It's like they're like doing the NASCAR on Fox crank it up segment. So, alright. Lap 2. Heading to the first turn at full speed for the first time. The 23 slips up. What exactly happened to him? Did he get hit? Oh no, he did the hit. So he gets the 8. And that sends him sideways. 18 able to dodge it just barely. Some nice evasive maneuvers there. And then guys just trying to avoid getting into a little bit more of a mess. This is why I really wanted to have a good qualifying run. And thankfully had a solid enough one to be in front of that. As you see, the 9 unfortunately caught up in it. And then here's what happens to the 11. He gets loose on exit and collects the 20, which is unfortunate. The 20 was doing quite well for his car number for sure. And then the 12 comes back from Guam and knocks him out. Yeah, I can see how this happened. So 12 has to dodge low in order to get around the car, and so now he's entering turn 1 way low, really bad angle, and is not able to hold it down there. Like, I was extra careful to hold onto the bottom because I wasn't sure after all that if I was going to have someone on my outside. So I slowed it down a whole bunch. And 11 just held him tight there. Unfortunately, doesn't work out for the Dr. Looney Tunes. I think it's set going the right direction, though. So I wonder what happened to him, because he was definitely laps down. Maybe we'll see here in a second. The 12 wrecks himself off the nose of the 8 and decides to take the 8 with him. Yeah, he was not clear. Wrecks himself off the nose of the 8, and the 8 unfortunately pays for it as well, even though that was all on the 12. Got guys checking up and trying to get going again. About halfway through this thing, we've got the 20. Ooh, big hit in the wall. $23. Oh, that's equipment failure. This looked like his wheel disconnected or something, and straight into the wall. That one's gonna hurt. And the 7 gives up, unless that was also equipment failure, but that one looks like it was more intentional or something. Because he, like, is still gassing it up as he goes into the corner, which is just bizarre. I don't know what that was. He just decides, I do not want to be racing this ARCA car anymore. And finds the outside wall in a hurry. Contact with the 19. Slides way up the track into the 16. And the 24 finds him. David Pearson. Somehow I doubt that's the real guy. Oh, and then this was this weird thing. That's a 4X, huh? Man, good thing they're keeping me in check here with this incident system. I can't be running into cars like that. Okay. I would have accepted the 1X just fine, but apparently it's a 4X. Whatever, I'm still going to be in an A499, I'm sure. There's the one car getting loose and pancaking the wall. I'm leaving a lot of room up there. It's just because I'm scared of everybody. Didn't need to leave that much room, but I did. Especially when someone's like bouncing off the wall. You don't know if their car's broken and if they're gonna like break loose or something. Just being more careful than I need to be. But that's probably why I'm not making passes. 19 looping it nearly on the last lap. Might have been the last lap if he was a lap down. That's an unfortunate time to do that. And then after the race, the 5's going to do a little bit of drifting to celebrate his 6th place finish. That's actually really impressive, from 18th to 6th. How about that? But we will go from 7th to 5th. A little less impressive, but we got ourselves a top 5 and had a quote-unquote clean race. I feel like we didn't hit anything except for the ghost that gave us a 4X. So I'll take that. Tires again. And we never did see what happened to the 11 here. Did he come in for repairs from the damage, maybe? He had enough damage he had to come in and fix it? Yeah, I guess so. So he's like 3 laps down, and he just comes out right in front of the leaders and sits in front of them the whole race. He actually comes back in again. Is he just actively trying to be in the way? Like, he gets out of the way and waits. I don't understand what he's trying to do here. And then once the leaders get there, he stops letting people by and is just blocking them the whole time. I don't quite understand that one. Don't know what the game plan was there, because I don't think either of those guys were the ones that wrecked him either. So that's weird. So we're being a little bit loony here at USA. But you know what? These 2 guys didn't crash like I thought for sure they would. But I guess it makes sense. They're 2 guys that were rated higher than I was, or at least the 1 was. The 3 is basically tied with me. So they should know what they're doing, theoretically. And we will cap this one off looking at the results page. Bringing it up here on OBS for you. There it is. So we are now at a 58-17 after a 6 iRating gain. Definitely will take that. I was expecting to lose from this race. Unfortunately, that was not the case. Our best lap was not really anywhere near. I guess kind of near, like within a 10th. But like the guy behind us had a fast lap, guy in front of us. And I think consistency just helped us out, which is what I was hoping for, so that's good. 4X, unfortunately, but it wasn't a 10X. Holy cow. Got a lot from that. 147 championship points, which is a good number. I'm happy with the results here, and I hope you enjoyed watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.